Really happy to have today with me Joe from the band Gojira. It's really exciting when you guys put out an album because it's been 5 years now, and I really felt with Magma, you guys really brought everything to another level. I mean, I saw you guys on that tour. I think I saw you twice. I saw you at Heavy Montreal, and then I saw you I think it was in Toronto, and the production, everything just seemed to be another level up. Is that something that you guys try to do with every record?
Yes, of course. Especially when it comes to touring, we get more budget, we get more bigger crew, bigger crowds, bigger venues. It's always a challenge, and so far, it's been like that since we started. We never really went down. We never went straight up like this and then fall back down. So we've been just progressively expanding and growing, and it's super challenging every time we try to come up with something. When it comes to albums, it's not about the budget, it's about the experience, the
Yeah.
quality of the stuff you're going to put out. So you can have all the money in the world. If it's your first album, it'll be your first album forever, and on your 10th album maybe you'll have more experience, and it's not the money that's going to make it better, it's the experience.
The first single, Born for One Thing, the video is amazing. I absolutely love the video. I find I come from a time when, music videos went from being like pieces of fluff, like that were kind of like just promotional vehicles, to pieces of art. I find now that there's this resurgence of people being able to take another, like looking at the music video as a piece of art, because they're not so concerned about it getting airplay. It can really be a vehicle to do whatever you want with. And because, we're so able to create these incredible productions with small cameras in our hands, the true art shines through. So was that something that was done purposefully with this one? I mean, did you really try to make this, because it really is a beautiful video to watch, just the way it's shot, there's just something about this clip. When I watched it, I was like, wow, this really blew me away. What was it like when you first saw that video, and how much did you guys have to do with the concept of that?
um, we First of all, we decided to work with Charles de Meyer because of his previous work. Of course, we saw what he was capable of, and we wanted to bring somebody who was from a different background. We like to mix things up, and we like challenges. So somebody who wasn't really a metal dude
Yeah.
to the table, and that's exactly what happened. But that it was a success. We let him, you know, come up with a story. We had many phone calls. It was a long preparation, but we were basically talking with him a lot. But the whole concept came from him. He was trying to interpret the lyrics his own way, and it was interesting. Sometimes I got a bit lost with the whole concept. How I like to dig, the concept until I really can understand it all, and when I work on a concept. But here it wasn't my work; it was his work, and I think it's super interesting the way he approached it, and it was nice to watch and to be part of it and to play. And he directed us, and he was, it's sort of a trance while
Yeah.
filming it, 100% in it, sweating and running around with us, and it's
Passionate.
really very passionate.
Yeah, it comes across. I mean, it really does come across that someone really poured a lot of work into that. There wasn't just like, oh, let's get the band recording somewhere sexy where it looks like it's rock and roll. Like it had some. Where was that shot? Is that shot in? That was obviously shot in a museum.
In two different locations. It was shot in a beautiful castle that is in the southwest of France, where we're from,
Okay.
and where we're staying during the lockdown. So we're trying to be together, the band, not too far from each other, within this same country.
Yeah.
So we had to do that in France, and then the museum that you see in the video is in Belgium.
And lastly, I just wanted to talk to you a bit about this. Now, I personally don't know anything about this. I'm a singer, so this stuff doesn't interest me at all. But I know that my guitar player got your plugin in January and couldn't stop raving about it. So can you tell me about, because I hear this thing's amazing. Can you tell me a bit about it? It doesn't do anything for me, but everyone I talk to that uses it says it's amazing. So tell me a bit about the plugin.
Yeah, the plugin is indeed amazing. I was blown away when they sent me the first version that I tried. It was already mind blowing. They took my gear, live gear, and they dismantled everything. You know, the head and the pedals and stuff, and they sort of um, copied every element and turned it into data. You know?
Wow.
Once when it's a plug-in, you plug your guitar in your computer basically through an interface, and the response on every knob and everything is very relevant with reality. So it's basically my touring gear that I put years to put together, and some of my studio tricks and gear that I don't use live. That's also there. So
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
everything I use guitar wise, except some weird pedals that I'll use one time. Some of them are not there, but the main things I like to mess around with are in there, and it's all plugged for you, and there's no buzz, and there's what I mean. There's no rust.
Yeah.
There's no batteries. Everything is there, ready to fucking rage, and you can do all these weird combinations with different microphone placements in front of the cab head, and the response is insane.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that my guitar player got one and he loves it. I mean, he said it was incredible. He's a studio guy and he produces bands all the time. He was just raving about this thing. So I wanted to bring it up because you've made some people happy with this.
That's awesome. I'm not a technician. I'm not a geek, when it comes to computer programming, all that stuff. Are you kidding me? I'm a caveman. I yell at and I use my ears, I use my heart and my brain for 20 years to produce this band, and stuff like that. So I had a lot to say in the end, when these guys like, hey, we're gonna do a plugin. You're like, what? You're gonna do a what? I'm an old school dude,
Yeah.
And then in fact, I freaking love it. And I know several people who told me that they were in the process of recording guitars in the studio. They erased everything and they re-recorded everything with my plugin.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm hearing good things, so means nothing to me personally, but like, not that it doesn't mean anything to me, but like, I don't play anything, but if I did, I'm sure I'd be using it because everybody else seems to like it.
If you play guitar, you would be very excited to use it. It's pretty cool. And I'm very thankful that New World DSP came to me and offered to collaborate on this. And it was a lot of work, but super, super worth it.
Awesome. Well, look, the album comes out April 30th. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to hear it. And I wish you nothing but continued success. You guys are great. You're hard workers and you deserve everything that you get because you guys really put your hearts into it. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.